Yo, what up, YouTube? We back with another video. Today is day 40 on my 90-day challenge. I'm posting every day for 90 days for y'all just listening, y'all just watching. For y'all who might not know me, who just tuning in, I just seen some new subscribers, man. I hope y'all checking out the old videos. So, my name is Chris, former athlete, played at St. Joe's. And I'm going through a transformation in my life of finding true purpose. I was played overseas for a couple years, did the real estate game, and then just had a completely turnaround of like just hitting rock bottom, so to say. That's the best way I can put it, right? And I started to really try to find what was going on. So I started to come across guys like Bob Proctor, who I'll be talking about today. And Bob Proctor was one of those guys who gave me a different perspective. An unbiased perspective, and also a perspective from the universe, not a religious perspective, just the laws of the universe, how things work, how money is, realizing that money is energy. So listen, today, I feel like I repeat this a lot, right? And having to understand that you were born rich. Your natural state is abundance. And that's what I got from Bob Proctor. So like I said, if you're struggling with knowing that, and you're struggling with money, you're struggling with having the belief that you are abundant no matter what your external circumstances are, listen, it's not your fault. It's really our programming. It's how we're programming this society. So today I'm going to be breaking down the 8 laws of money according to Bob Proctor, and other things that I've learned that I might, other guys that I might throw in there. I can't think off the top of my head who they might be. This all just happening in the moment, right? So if you truly understand this and truly start to believe this, man, your life will never be the same again. And like I said, I've been through processes where I made the money. I was using a lot of these affirmations to get the money, but right, I had to. What really struck me was really delving into the subconscious mind, and that's something we're going to talk about before. Like I was saying all the affirmations, I was getting these deals, 20K deals, like 20K for assignment fees, like having good months. You know what I mean? Like acquiring what I'm supposed to be acquiring, and then everything just changed. And that's when I started to really truly understand, like, okay, it's something else. It's something else that I have to learn. And it's truly like those true beliefs that you believe, and that's in your subconscious mind. That programming that you have to deprogram to reprogram. So that's where we're starting, y'all. So listen, we're gonna start with the first one, right? And this is probably one of the most important. It says money is an effect, not a cause. So what does that mean? So money is a result. If you want more of it, you don't chase it. You change the cause. So most people work hard trying to get more money. But money is a mirror. It reflects your mindset, your vibration, your frequency, your self-image. So once you shift that, the money follows simultaneously, automatically. So you have to work on your self-image, your internal. Do you internally feel and believe that you are wealthy and deserving of what you want in your life? And it doesn't have to be money. It could be spiritual. It could be whatever you want it to be. But today we specifically talking about money. So it's saying money is the effect, not the cause, right? So money is the result of you providing service. Money is the result of you being of value to someone. So don't chase it. Just change the cause. The second one, right, is so it's 2 ways to make money. He always says this, right? You either trade time for money, so people at work, he's pretty much says, or you have money work for you. And I know as I was watching the video, he was talking about this. He was like, the guy answered like there's multiple ways. He was like, no, they're trade time for money, and then you have money at work. So the wealthy build systems, right? They investments in teams. Employees trade effort. The question is, which model are you building your life around, right? And that's where I'm with it now. Because this is something I always think about. I always think about this, right? So yeah, that's a little brief understanding on those 2 ways, right? So the wealthy, they build systems. They surround themselves with teams. And like I said, employees, we trade efforts, right? We trade our time for money. Now, like I said, nothing's wrong with either one. It's about the choice you want to make. And then we also talk about the third one, so we talk about the law of compensation. So you're paid in proportion to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and how hard you are to replace. So if you want to earn more, become more. Easy, simple. Like I said, this is gonna be a short video, man. I might do a later video where I break it more in detail, but like I said, I'm learning as I'm going as well. These are all things that I'm learning as I'm going. So we're learning together. So the fourth one is wealth is a reflection of your self-image. And self-image has probably been one of the biggest things that I've been interested in. Every time I think of self-image, I just think of self-worth, right? Do I truly believe I'm worthy of success? Do I truly believe I'm worthy of being rich? And that's where the self-image comes in, right? And growing up, it also comes with that programming, man. It comes with that programming. And I know for sports, man, we always were so used to chasing the hustle, chasing the dream. And my self-image was based around just chasing, hustling. It was based around scarcity and fear, external validation, and not really honing in on how I truly felt about myself within. Like, some people can do that and still be successful. That's not an issue. But I know for me, I'm telling y'all what worked and what didn't work. It was tough, man. So you'll never earn more than your identity allows. And that's what happened to me. I got the money, but I didn't really truly believe I was worthy of retrieving success. That's why it went all back it all flipped over. Because I truly didn't believe. I was doing everything right consciously. But in my subconscious, I really truly didn't believe that I was worthy of these things. And that's why I'm on a journey of healing and on a journey of really self-worth and self-growth, to really understand and to really program myself to be like, hey, Chris, you are worthy of these things. So you don't attract what you want, you attract who you are and what you are. And that's what I'm doing. I'm first of all, I'm cultivating within myself true abundance, wealth, and understanding what that truly feels like, right? So 5, right? So repetition builds wealth consciousness. So your subconscious can't tell the difference between real and imagined. So repeat it, feel it, believe it. The biggest thing in this I'm going to say is feel it, your emotions. Your emotions really carry it. You know what I mean? You got to truly feel and believe what you're saying until wealth feels normal, until it feels normal, until it becomes automatic, right? So we're going to go is money is energy. That's the one thing that we got to understand, right? This is the 6th one. So money is energy. So money flows where there's clarity, service, gratitude, and joy. Force repels, faith attracts. I want y'all to, if anything y'all come out this video, if anything y'all remember from this video, remember this. Force repels, faith attracts. So now number 7, saving and planning our spiritual discipline. Something I gotta work on big time. Saving isn't just smart, it's sacred. It's a ritual of belief in your future. That's probably like the biggest thing that I'm gonna have to work on, you get what I mean? And this, like I said, I'm gonna go back again, that's the last one we're gonna talk about. It's faith, not force. Faith creates money, not force. So you don't grind your way to wealth. You align, you decide. You receive by law, not luck. That's what it is. You receive by law. Remember that. That's what we talked about, the Hermetic laws. That's why we build it on top of these. It's by law, right? They say, some people say law, Lord. That's the same thing for some people, esoterically. So you don't need to grind your way to wealth. You don't need to grind, hustle. You align with it. You become abundant. You become wealthy within. You know what I mean? Then your external environment will reflect that. It's like you putting food in your body. Same thing. You put good food in your body, you're going to feel greater. You're going to be able to be happy. You're going to be able to do more. You're going to be able to work out harder. So you align, you decide. It's your choice. These are all choices that you can make. These are all choices that you can make each and every day based off of your emotions, actions, thoughts. You know what I mean? And you receive by law, not luck. So people always say, but no, they just understand the rules. They understand how the game works. So remember, so listen, I told y'all this is going to be a short video. So I'm I want y'all to also understand this. Money doesn't make you powerful, right? It reveals the power you've already had. That's so powerful, man. And once you master these laws, you'll never look at money the same again and not have it. All I've been worrying about is all I want you to worry about is really working on yourself. Healing, figure out how do you feel about yourself? What is your self-image? And there's a good book that I need to read that I'm gonna recommend as well, but I haven't read it yet, but I know it's one of those books that I started to read and I didn't finish it. I think it's Cybernetics. I can't remember who the author is. Cybernetics or something like that. But listen, man, like I said, if this message hits you home, hit home. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Like I said, I want y'all to remember, man, I want you to align with abundance, right? So I want you to align with abundance, that's all. So, man, I appreciate y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all for like, comment, sharing. Listen, man, I'm seeing more and more action on this channel, so keep showing the love. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.